So section 3, we've got current events, and we've got a couple of really late reviews and some mentions, and one of them is a little short review of Up. And this was a pretty big movie over the summer. It was exciting. I went to see it. Who else went to see it? Swords, did you go to see it?
No, I didn't go to see it.
Okay. Lux, have you seen it?
But I wanted to. It looked pretty good.
Okay. Well, anyway, so it was a good movie. It was really cute.
Yeah.
It was one of the better Disney Pixar movies I've seen in a long time. And here's a short summary of it for anybody who hasn't heard of it at all, which I don't see how you couldn't have. But anyway, a young Carl Fredricksen meets a young adventure-spirited girl named Ellie. They both dream of going to a lost land in South America. 70 years later, Ellie has died, and Carl remembers the promise he made to her. Then, when he inadvertently hits a construction worker, he is forced to go to a retirement home. But before they can take him, he and his house fly away. However, he has a stowaway on board, an 8-year-old boy named Russell, who's trying to get an Assisting the Elderly badge. Together, they embark on an adventure where they encounter talking dogs, an evil villain, and a rare bird named Kevin, who's actually a girl.
I've heard of that movie. It went on the cinemas here yesterday.
Yesterday?
Missed it. Yeah, just yesterday. I missed it.
Oh. It's great. It's such a good movie. I went and I took my little cousin to see it over the summer when I was babysitting him. And we laughed almost the whole way through the movie, except for the parts where you go, aww. And they did Carl so well. He's like this crotchety old man at the beginning of, the middle of the movie, where the plot really starts and everything. And before you see that, he's just like this little kid who's just like afraid of everything. He wants to be an adventurer so bad, but he's nervous. So he like hide from everything. And then Ellie comes up to him and she's all like, hey, you need to be brave to be an adventurer. And she just inspires him to do things. It's so cute.
Yeah.
It's really sad when they get to the part where she dies, because he really, really wanted to make her dream come true, because she wanted to go to South America just as much as he did. So throughout the movie, when he takes his house there, he talks to her, and he tries to tell her, hey, we're finally going, and he's just trying to basically symbolically say, I'm going to take you there in spirit, even though you're not with me now.
Also, I'll probably just say it just ahead of time in case we blurt out something, but there may be some spoilers in the review, so yeah. Just
I'm not going to get on to the end of it, but it's cute. And the relationship growing between Carl and Russell as the movie goes on is really, really entertaining to watch as well.
I have a question.
Yes.
I have a question. How would you describe the main character of Up, personality-wise?
Carl?
Yeah?
Well, like I said, he's kind of crotchety at first, and that's, at first when you just look at him on the surface, that's really all you see. He's just a crotchety, cranky old man who would be one of those guys who'd yell, "Get off my lawn!" But
Oh, those guys. Yeah.
As you start to really get to know him better as the movie goes on, you find out that he really is just this caring individual and very sentimental, very sweet. You could tell that he really would go to the ends of the earth for that adventure that he's been looking for. And he's just a great character overall.
That's good.
Yeah. Sounds very nice. I definitely gotta go watch that.
I think I'm gonna go rent this movie when I get the chance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
On video pretty soon. I don't have a date for that, but it should be coming out on video in a few months, so definitely be looking for it. It was wonderful.
If we're going to give an accurate estimate of when it's coming out, we can say soon trademark.
Yeah. Soon.
Oh, yes.
Soon trademark.
Soon.
Yeah, it's absolutely no guarantee that it will come in the near future, in the distant future, or in the past, or in the present, but it will come eventually.
Yep.
At some point in time, we don't know when.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, and then there's also Swords. Did you want to talk more about the Fantastic Mr. Fox again?
Well, Mr. Fox, Fantastic Mr. Fox, movie based off of a book by the same name. Children's book, from what I hear, it's really, it's one of those cute stories. Stop action animation. The first time I've ever seen that since Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, a movie I absolutely loved. And it's got an all-star cast, George Clooney among them. And it looks pretty good. George Clooney makes a bunch of witty remarks in the trailer saying, he's still got the cool factor even though you can't see him. But, it looks really good. Enjoyable movie. Comes out around Thanksgiving, I believe. Or for those of you who don't live in the U.S., that's November, the third week of November. So, but yeah, check it out.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay. There's also another anime movie coming out soon called Planet 51. I've only seen the trailer for it. I don't know a whole lot about it, but apparently it's it's about an alien planet, and of course people land on it, and they're looking around. And yeah, it looks like some sort of slapstick comedy of human astronauts in your typical moonwalking suits, walking around on what was otherwise a very suburbia-looking planet.
Kind of looks like it was modeled after the 50s America too.
Yeah, I mean, they got people with barbecues, kids saying, "Now don't go too far from home, Sonny." That kind of stuff.
Jimmy, don't play in that mud puddle.
Jimmy, leave that alone.
Oh,
go
dear.
to bed, or else the boogeyman will get you. That was actually a funny part of the trailer. They were they said, "Go to bed, or else the big monster might get you." And then the astronaut falls through the window, and everybody starts screaming.
That was the best part.
That's definitely a movie I'm gonna like.
Yeah.
Yep. So it looks pretty awesome.
There's another funny part. He tries to plant the American flag in the middle of a paved street.
Doesn't he ram it into a toy or something?
Oh yeah, that's right. It was on the front lawn of somebody's front lawn, and it sticks through an alien equivalent of a rubber ducky.
Yeah. So be on the lookout for that movie.
Everyone was just looking at this what looked like the same as a lunar lander, and everyone's like, "What?
What is that?"
I mean, imagine if an alien landed on our planet and was just looking around, unsure. Unlike other invasion movies where they're destroy everything. They're like, what is this place? This is weird.
I know if one did that, I'd walk up to him and be like, think you're on the wrong planet there. Just saying.
Looking for a new planet.
Just saying,
Yeah, this is a movie. It also comes out around Thanksgiving, so you could see that at the same time as Mr. Fox if you wanted.
Mhm.
Awesome! I'm gonna pre-order a ticket.
Good luck.
Yeah, go.
I don't even know if they're up for pre-order. I hope they are.
Yeah, I don't think here in the U.S. they don't really start pre-ordering tickets until a month in advance. Even for big movies like The Dark Knight, they didn't do that. But,
yeah.
Oh, what a shame.
But we can. I don't know.